is an unbelievable new opportunity, collaboration between Jorge Masvidal, my old friend Andrei Arlovsky, First Round Management, Abraham, and most importantly, AMC Crypto. AMC Fight Night Crypto. This is a chance for fighters to not only get exposure, not only fight, not only do all the things that they're just do naturally, but to set up a future for themselves, to make big money in the future, and for the fans to be a part of it, to be essentially, when everybody gets in on this crypto, we're all gonna be partners in the same company, and we can all make money together. Normally, you're at home cheering for a guy, and he's making millions of dollars, and you're sitting on your couch. This is an unbelievable opportunity for everybody to make money and get behind something together, and everybody who loves fighting. And nobody loves fighting more than these two guys. Yeah. So, because they actually do it.
I love it, man, to give back to the community. I love crypto personally just because there's non-inflation from the government. One of the things that I like the most about it. So that it gives a give back to the community, and we could have our own form of currency that we could trade with. I love it, man. It's awesome.
Beautiful. Andre?
Jorge first, yeah? Tony Montana. I'm happy that I'm with one team with you guys and with my dear friend from Cuba, Georgie. So everything good. Let's rock and roll.
So now we have to download the Trust Wallet app. This will give everyone the opportunity to get your hands on this unbelievable currency.
Now we found AMC Fight Night, so you subscribe for. This is your wallet. Now you gotta receive. There is the number, copy of the number, and send this number to me.
So the main question is that you think that I will tell. I mean, both of you. It's up to you who will answer first. And you think it's a right idea to just connect it with Bad Boy Gloves, AMC Fight Night token, and to rise it, like business. You think it's a right idea to make it happen? Like to make it that collaboration of boxing with AMC Fight Night token, meaning like Bad Boys Gloves, because it's a boxing in the end of the day, and we're collaborating. It's not like to wear a t-shirt. It's a whole project that's gonna grow, and of course the crypto coins start growing too. You think it's better idea to make a noise and make that crypto coin to rise?
For a fact, especially the fact that nobody's ever done this before. It's something brand new. I think just that alone is magic to make it explode.
The good part about AMC Fight Night token is that it was created by people who know what a sport is, meaning MMA. It's the biggest promotion in Russia and Europe, pretty much. They did like 750 tournaments. A lot of shows, Emelianenko was fought there before, a lot of people, a lot of fighters. So that's why they create this for athletes and people who support it. Because they know that, okay, Jorge Masvidal is the greatest fighter, champion of the world. They want to support him. Like you said before, that you want to support your community, right? So every people thinking like that they will support you, they will buy that coins, they will invest their money into their future, like pretty much you're doing now. Because you're investing now in your future. And the same that this project Bad Boys Gloves that we have, you're aware about that. There will be two teams. You're gonna be a leader of one team. Daniele Scardina, your opponent, is going to be opposite in another team. And like we talked before with Dino, that it's a good chance for all the fighters who's gonna be there. It's not like only about you see the boxing, it's all about the investing into the future, like Dino said, because everybody will get that coins. It will grow. Some of them, maybe they will cash themselves out, like after the month. Some of them will be more smarter and they will wait. And they will cash themselves out after. So it will bring a lot of attention, and I hope that the fighters will believe in it, meaning that they will believe in their future,
Absolutely. This is a big opportunity for them not to blow. There's a chance. I mean, usually you sign on the dotted line, you get $5,000, you show up and fight, and you go home, win, lose, or draw, you take your money, go home. There's never been, and the promoter typically, the Don Kings of the world, the Dana Whites of the world, they make all the money. Well, now this is a chance for not only the fighters and the fans at the same time to all reap the benefits. And it's gonna make it a lot more exciting, a lot more energy. And that's how you really support. You put your money where your mouth is. And that is really what we need to do. George and Andre can make a lot of money.
Because
You know,
the more these two champions will promote it, the more it will grow. I mean, there's no limits. There's no limits.
Exactly.
That will grow and grow. You know, like.
this is a unique opportunity, even for guys at your level that are already at the top. But like Shaquille O'Neal says, he was rich. The guy that wrote his checks was wealthy,
Yeah.
and this is the chance to become wealthy.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody. Then you could really support your community and do stuff for your family and your friends and your neighborhood with that money, because that's what it takes to support. So this is the opportunity. And Bad Boys Gloves is going to be a unique opportunity where ground level fighters, both from MMA and boxing, are going to get to put on a show, get exposure. Daniele Scardina from Italy, Jorge Masvidal, and Andre Arlovski. We're looking for one more captain, and that's going to make the four-team tournament. And these guys are going to have to use all their experience and guile and motivation and inspiration to get these guys that aren't nearly at your level to rise up and do the best they can and really accomplish what they can, so that your team can win and you get more crypto coin, more importantly. Our very first team competition, which is really unique for you fighters, because you're going to be the supporter instead of the supported, is going to be Jorge Masvidal team versus Daniele Scardina. Daniele, can you get in here, please? Come and meet your opponent.
How are you?
Come sit down. Come here, sit down.
Yeah, what's up, bro? What do you think, Danielle?
I think it's a good idea, you know. It's good, it's a good motivation too, because people can make money. So that at the end of the day, the people want to make money. So
Yeah.
You know, typically the MMA is pulling one way and boxing is pulling the other way. This is a chance to get everybody pulling the same direction.
Yeah.
And that's why the McGregor fight was such a big deal, and that's why everybody made so
It's
much
the
money.
same because they made a lot of noise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the same concept, pretty much. Like, more you make noise, the more you make
I'm
noise.
sorry to interrupt you, but Jorge, he's like, I'm sure he can make like more noise than probably McGregor, because he has a strong base in Miami. A lot of Cubans here, plus a lot of people love him. He's like, whereas, so it's going to be. I promise you, it's going to be a lot of noise.
Look, what I like actually in first our competition, that both guys has a charisma, you know, and both of them can make a noise and raise that crypto coin AMC Fight Night to the highest level.
This is very exciting and very unique. The question is a real question. Can you guys, who are normally the center of attention, you two in particular, can you support, can you coach, can you influence these guys? And how are you going to do it? This is boxing. It's a little bit different game.
I thought it was MMA.
Yeah. Surprise! Surprise!
Coaching boxers.
You're the coach of the boxing team. Yeah.
Well, I do have a strong boxing foundation under me, so I'm going to bring those guys with me, and they're going to help me make all the executive decisions, because these are guys that just did boxing their whole life, and they just helped me sharpen up my boxing tools. So their eye for boxing is going to be even better than mine. So I'll be bringing some people on board to make it a little even, man. If not, I'm going to get killed. But as far as being in corners, I've been in a lot of world championship corners and MMA. So I've lived the moment, and I know how to speak on the moment, and I know how to get that information to individual athletes to them. You know, not every athlete's the same. Some work off shouts, some work off, just simple commands. So, man, as far as getting the information to the athlete, I'll be all right in that department.
Gotcha. Daniele, this is a big stage. These guys have been on big shows, and you have an opportunity to rise to this level. What are you going to do? What's going to make it happen for you and your team?
you know, more than everybody, I like to work hard. So I'm gonna prepare my father to be his team. So we're gonna be ready for that day.
Andre, you're gonna be here for this whole thing. Do you think? How do you think Jorge can handle this boxing?
But yes, if not, we will figure out what to do.
Okay.
No disrespect, I just like.
No.
Yeah, of course.
That's true. This is
And
fight.
I like to box him too.
Of course, that's how we know each other.
Yeah.
I had an exhibition match against Fresh Grand, remember back in the days.
Yeah.
So
So it's gonna be very exciting.
My first love is boxing,
I knew that,
wrestling,
yeah.
then MMA.
Nice. So it's gonna be a good competition. It's gonna be nice.
He's watched more boxing, I think, than MMA.
Oh yeah.
MMA against boxing.
I have one question, Jorge, for you, and then I will ask you about it. Boxing, like Dina said, this guy is professional boxer. You are coming, yeah, you have a boxing foundation, but you're still from MMA world, right? It's a different world, different fights. And this is the loneliest sport in the world, pretty much. If you will, we will forget about all that entourage that you have. In the end of the day, in the cage you're alone, in the ring you're alone. Now you're outside of it. You will need to, what are you gonna do? Like what tips, because I know what he's gonna do. He's a boxer, I understand boxing. He will give some tips to the fighters and all that, you know, that he will explain them that, oh, throw uppercut for the moment, you know. What exactly you are going to do? How are you gonna to support your team, let's say?
Formulate the best team that I could get my hands on for boxing. Because I'm not a boxer, so if I've seen 100,000 left jabs, he's seen 1 million, you know, and so on and so on and so on. But there is guys that I know that I could hire to make this competitive, you know, because I don't like to lose, man. So I'm gonna bring the guys that I know that I've been working around with years, that I've seen them develop guys from jump rope to world champions. I know guys like that in Miami because I do come from a hotbed of boxing, which is Miami. We get a lot of Cuban defects. We get a lot of people worldwide just come to Miami. A lot of camps are held in Miami. So boxing is not my forte. It's not my thing. My thing is MMA, obviously, and I watch more MMA now than boxing. But I won't be a fish out of water either.
So it's going to be more motivation, actually. You're going to motivate your fighters, because motivation pretty much 70% of the job.
Everything I'm doing, everybody that's involved with me, I want them to win, you know, so we're going for the victory, you know. And it's a bigger challenge that I'm going against another professional boxer that does this for a living, you know?
Yeah, okay. So during all this project, what we're going to do, plan is, so first one is going to be in 5th Street Gym, in Dino's gym. The semi-final is going to be pretty much in 5th Street Gym too, but after we're going to the Hard Rock Hotel. It's gonna be like a final there. Then yeah, the next location will be some villa, some nice villa. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be the fight in some villa, some nice one. And that's how we're gonna, that's the project, that's the plan. So I hope that by that time all the fighters will grow too, so they will perform better and better, because you guys are professionals. And the same thing for you, Daniele. So I know that you're a boxing guy, you're a professional boxer, and pretty much I understand what you're going to do. I know that tips and tricks that you have. So what's your plan? How are you going to beat Team Masvidal?
My plan is to prepare this guy to be in the war, you know, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna prepare this guy like to the war, because he's a champion. I mean, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna prepare this guy to make a war. So I'm gonna do the same, you know. I'm gonna motivate my guys to give the best, you know.
So there will be a war.
Yeah, that's gonna be a war.
You know, in the past, Bad Boys Gloves has been very interesting. Your records aren't on the line.
Yeah.
You have gloves and headgear on.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hold back. You don't have to save. You don't have to worry about getting cut. You don't got to worry about it going on your record. You're not on TV, so you wind up even more so, I think, than regular fights. Some fighters have the ability to really let go, and that's why they are who they are. But a lot of people, when the lights and camera are on, are a little reserved. I have not seen any reserve from anybody in Bad Boys Gloves yet. People have let their hands go, and kind of lesser fighters have really risen to the occasion to keep up. We've had amateurs with pros, and the amateurs have hung with the pros. Unbelievable. So this can be an opportunity, as long as these guys set the example, to really explode these guys that are, no one has ever heard of them, but now they're gonna be on the same TV with one of the most famous fighters in the world. So it's really gonna be an opportunity,
Jorge, do you spar like boxing?
Yeah, of course.
Do you spar some elite level fighters? Because usually when you prepare, you try to get some good sparring partners.
So if I'm working in a particular like discipline, like just boxing, or if I'm gonna fight a guy that has
sparring.
No, I know. I'm explaining.
Okay.
If I'm gonna fight a good boxer in a fight, or if I'm just gonna work on boxing, then I work with good boxers. But I don't always work with like high level boxers unless there's a specific cause for it. You know?
Oh, okay.
So last time I worked out with like a high level boxer, maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was?
Yeah.
Cuban, a lot of good fighters. We go there sometime.
And it's a different rhythm, you know. These guys, they move different than me, so I could throw them off originally, you know, because my movements are foreign to them.
That's wild, man.
But their movements to me are also different.
You ever fun box?
Say it again?
You did. You one time.
One pro boxing.
Pro
a long
boxing.
time ago. Yeah.
It's a different distance as well.
It's a different distance.
It's a
you
different
know?
distance as well.
So it's fun, man.
I think it's
this
a
guy
different.
box all the time.
You know, Andre makes every MMA fight a boxing match.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I
know,
was trying to
and
say.
that's why people love him so much.
Yeah.
Andre,
You know-
I have a question. Like, I know that you spar a lot of boxers too. You spar Andy Ruiz, right? And you will have soon we will know who's your opponent and how you gonna do it. I mean, how you gonna prepare your fighters? Because you have that boxing experience. You box with the boxers, you know.
Like Jorge mentioned, like box, like Abraham mentioned, boxing is like first love for sure. I remember it's all my boxing match. I non-stop watching like Johnny Tapia, Arturo Gatti, and I always wanted to box back in the days. What McGregor with my weather did, like I supposed to do like 12 years ago with Klitschko, but I lost a couple of fights. Oscar De La Hoya told me, you know what, we're gonna keep on hold your contract right now. But anyway,
It's not late. Never
never late.
I mean, we can.
Jorge absolutely right. We just like it's gonna be like our personal motivation to beat like professional boxing. What they're doing for living, they do like MMA for living. So it's new area for us, and we wanna be like the best one.
Yeah, the McGregor fight was so exciting. Both boxing fans and MMA fans got behind it. It was great to see him go. Now that I got you alone, what are you really gonna do to make these MMA fighters look like they don't belong in the boxing ring?
You know, we're gonna work hard. We're gonna prepare this guy to beat his team, and you know, he don't know. I mean, he's a good fighter, but he don't know about boxing like me. So we're gonna prepare this guy to beat his team.
I mean, you know, all he really can do is motivate them. He can cheer them
Yeah.
on, he can push them, but you're gonna have to be technical.
Yeah.
What type of things do you think you're gonna use from your own career that you can use in there without me spoon feed? You're the captain now, it's not me.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna have
I
to do
mean,
it yourself.
it's gonna be new things for me too, cause it's new. But I know I'm gonna prepare in boxing this guy. I mean, I'm gonna give my technique and be ready to beat him.
Now, what separates you from other fighters is your gas tank. You never get tired. You can't give that to them. That's
Yeah.
something that they have to have. Either they got it or they don't. So
I know.
how are you gonna push them to be able to?
I'm gonna train with them. I'm gonna be
there you go.
on the
Okay.
project. I'm gonna be with the team all the time. So
That's it. That's the
that's
way.
what we have to
By
do.
example. By
Yeah,
example.
be the example.
Perfect. As far as actual techniques go, is there something that you have in mind in general that you see that most fighters don't have? Especially we have MMA guys come and spar with you once in a blue moon. What really separates your style from that MMA style?
We're gonna box. We're gonna box. Use the jab like we always do, and use my technique. I wanna give my technique to this guy to be ready to fight against an MMA fighter, because that's what you're gonna learn. That's what you're gonna teach to them.
Like you said, they're going to want to come to war.
Yeah, they want to come. So I try to use the technique, punch him side, things what he don't really know, So
You actually, today it was the first time we've met your opponent, essentially, the other captain. He's a very famous guy. You've seen him on TV, but the first time you've seen him in person, what was your takeaway? What did you think of him when you first met him?
I think he really believes in himself. I think he believes he can beat my team, but I don't think so. I think maybe he's gonna be ready and he's gonna box his team and he's gonna win.
Okay, now that I have you alone, what really is the Jorge Masvidal special sauce that you're gonna give these guys? Like, I know you're coming here very excited, enthusiastic, and you've been extra humble, extra kind in the circumstance. But the persona that everyone knows is unbelievable level of confidence to borderline cockiness. And what are you going to do to really infuse these fighters with your spirit?
Well, for starters, I'm going to get them to believe in the program, right? So that comes with a good, strong team. Like I said, and I keep saying it, but it's a team to build. The certain amount of fighters, a team. So once I get them to believe in the system, then we could overcome obstacles that maybe they couldn't in the past. To put it like in black and white terms, maybe they've never ran a mile in like 6 minutes, and we could get them to do something like that just so their mind can elevate. They could bring that in the ring with them. There's a lot of things, and I get a lot of my confidence from just working hard, man. That's where I truly get it when I go to the gym sometimes and I get my butt kicked, whether it be lifting weights or in a sparring session, and I just have like a bad day, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing this to like get good at this particular whatever the hell it is that's beating me up, and then maybe 3 weeks, maybe 6 weeks from now, I'll conquer this, and it won't be that problem no more. And sure enough, and that's where I draw like my energy from, my cockiness. So I'll be putting the guys through the same things, just mental hurdles, get over it, knowing that the team they have behind them is 100% with them, mixed with all my experience that I got in combat. Not that much in boxing, but it's not under the bright lights like you mentioned earlier. It's kind of like a sparring session, and you know what? Nobody's got more time than sparring sessions than me, I think, you know? So if it's a sparring session, I can give advice galore, you know, whether it be from me having done it or all the advice I've given, because I'm a gym rat. I've grown up in the gym my whole life. So we're there at the gym hanging out, and if somebody's sparring, we're helping out. We're in the corner, or we're making it into like a fun event because we're making noise and stuff and making it get a little bit more, making it get more energy out of it, you know. So we're always in the gym, man. So me coaching guys is not a problem, man.
Very good.
Everybody watching, make sure you stay tuned. AMC Coin is gonna keep growing.
So guys, watch MC Coin grow, and Bad Boy Gloves and the channel of YouTube.
Follow Bad Boys Gloves YouTube channel.